Hey guys, welcome to Tips from the Aisle episode number 1, where we're going to talk about guest photography and my opinion on an unplugged wedding ceremony. So it's pretty common these days for everyone to have some form of a digital camera, whether that be a phone. Even DSLRs these days are very, very affordable, so everyone just seems to have a camera on their person at any given time. I'm a wedding photographer. I've been shooting weddings for almost 8 years now, and it seems that every year there seems to be more and more other photographers that are doing their own personal photography during wedding days and kind of doing the same job that the professional was hired to do. There are many arguments that are for and against this type of behavior. Many people will argue that by looking at a ceremony behind the lens of a camera or a smartphone really kind of displaces them from what's actually happening in front of them. To some people, it even kind of defeats the purpose of that person being there because they're not really engaged in what's going on. They're just kind of there trying to fiddle with their settings on their camera or their phone. Like, they're not even paying attention. This leads us to what is known as the unplugged wedding ceremony. This is when the use of any photo or video equipment is either completely forbidden or at least very restricted during the ceremony or even sometimes throughout the entire day. Now, I just want to clear the air. Before I continue, I'm not a strong advocate for unplugged wedding ceremonies, nor do I think they're a bad idea. However, when left to their own devices, some guests can even ruin the very job that they've hired the professional to do. Another thing I've seen is an uncle or a little kid that steps out literally directly in front of me to get their own shot. Because really, when the bride and groom are having their first kiss, the photo that I want to get is someone else's butt. And then there are iPad photographers. Why they put a camera on an iPad is beyond me, but nothing is a bigger eyesore than seeing someone hold up this large tablet and this weird floating screen in all of your photos. Seriously, you really can't edit that stuff out. The saddest thing that I've seen is a parent or a grandparent or someone really directly involved with the couple, and they're looking through the ceremony behind a lens the entire time. I love capturing the emotions on the faces of the parents and the grandparents, and it comes to no surprise that those emotions are totally gone when they're not even paying attention. They're trying to figure out their camera. They're like sticking their tongue out. No! No, no, no! That being said, please, I'm not here to govern how you want to do your photos. If you want your guests to have the ability to take photos during your wedding day, by all means let them. My advice would be to give your guests a little photo taking etiquette, and it would save you and your officiant a lot of headaches, and it'll also potentially save your wedding photos. So like I mentioned above, the biggest offenders are movement and flash from other people's cameras. By asking your guests to turn off their flash before the ceremony starts, you're saving any fleeting moments that would otherwise be blown out if 2 flashes go off at the same time. Another really important thing to remember is that movement is actually pretty restricted for us photographers. If other people are moving around, it prevents us from doing our job. Moreover, this is really distracting to the officiant, and it's also very distracting to you. I've literally seen the officiant stop the ceremony because somebody got up and started moving around to take a photo. Don't be that guy. There are a number of ways you can inform your guests about restricted photo taking. You can include a note into your invitations or include a note into your wedding program. To be totally honest, those 2 methods are not that effective for 2 reasons. That note in your wedding invitation was probably from a long time ago, so people are prone to forget. And that note in your program may or may not be read at all. The best way to inform people is to have your officiant tell people the house rules before the ceremony starts, because usually they're paying attention at that time. At the end of the day, the couple has paid a wedding photographer to come in and capture those special moments for them. Personally, I offer all the guests of the wedding day to come and view these photos after the wedding day on an online gallery so they're able to relive the entire day. Parents, please put your cameras down. I promise you will have more than enough awesome photos of your awesome kids provided by your skilled photographer. Everyone else, sit back and enjoy the day just as the couple would have wanted you to. That's it for Tips from the Aisle episode 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to let me know if you have any comments or questions, or if you have any experience with unplugged weddings. I'd love to hear those too. Leave them in the comments section down below. If you guys have any topics you'd want me to cover for future videos, I'd love to hear them too. And until then, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.